For the first event, let's head to the track. Here is David Steele.
Thanks a lot, Matt. A very open race here with Lillian Francis on Super Tab at $5, the tote favourite. And many given a chance here on Cookwell Pacing Cup Day. Beautiful day in the nation's capital. And we've got 9 races to look forward to here with the first race very, very open indeed. As you can see, plenty given a chance. As the gate is on its journey now for race 1, the McDonald's Tyre Service Pace. 2,140 metres the distance. They'll soon be off. This will be it. Race 1 on Cookwell Cup Day. There's the light and they're off now on the first. And Bright Red New Walk, one of the first to get going. Gala Strike got away safely. Colossus in the centre of the field's going forward. So's Thomas Tank Engine. Portmaker in the centre got away nicely. Then Bimby Alice Velvet Whiskey, well back early. Lillian Francis third last over Just a Bromac. And the Milkman's gone back to last. Around the first corner into the home straight now. There's more than a mile to run. And Bright Red New Walk shows the way. O'Sullivan's got a good grip on him. Colossus up to second and third is Gala Strike. Portmaker is fourth and the first to race without cover is Bimby Alice. Onto his back goes Velvet Whiskey, then Lillian Francis back to the marker lines. Third last Thomas Tank Engine as they leave the judge behind them, 2 to go. Just a Bromac second last and the Milkman's tacked on at the tail. Short of 2 to run now and taking over in front Colossus. And he goes now to the lap and 3/4 marker, clear leader. Over Bright Red New Walk second, Gala Strike is third. Going forward without cover is Bimby Alice in the centre of the field, Velvet Whiskey. Portmaker hemmed away, trailed up by Thomas Tank Engine. Lillian Francis has 2 behind her. They're the Milkman, who's gone back to the marker lines, and Just a Bromac. Osman's off. He's starting a run at the 1,100 metre mark. Looking at the sectionals, 33 the first quarter, and they're a kilometre from home now, and Colossus gets a nice run, 1,000 out by 1.5 metres, Bimby Alice. Just a Bromac now coming from last, sweeps up to them to make a line of 3. Behind the leader as they turn for the bell, Bright Red New Walk, then Gala Strike. Buried away, it's Portmaker on its outside, Velvet Whiskey. Thomas Tank Engine third last over Lillian Francis, and still the Milkman is last of the group. Second quarter, considerably faster, 30.4. On their way home now, and Colossus gets the wake-up call from Just a Bromac. Bimby Alice 1-1 behind them, Bright Red New Walk, then Gala Strike. Velvet Whiskey midfield outside Portmaker, Lillian Francis. Well back Thomas Tank Engine and the Milkman. 600 out now, and Colossus narrowly in front over Just a Bromac, who looks to be travelling okay. Bimby Alice 1-1 over Bright Red New Walk. Gala Strike pulling out. Getting through the centre, Lillian Francis. Wide out Velvet Whiskey. The Milkman starting a run, but wide, and Portmaker last of them. Off the back though, 31.4 on the side. And Colossus narrowly in front of Just a Bromac, now under pressure. Out wide, Lillian Francis. Gala Strike behind them, Bright Red New Walk. Getting through in the centre, Thomas Tank Engine as they corner where Colossus gets 4 or 5 metres in front now, but under pressure. Out wide at Thomas Tank Engine, and Lillian Francis starting to storm home. Colossus though has a good break, Lillian Francis and Thomas Tank Engine, but Colossus cracks it today. Colossus wins it, second Lillian Francis, and third the Milkman. Came from last to cut out Thomas Tank Engine. Just a Bromac weakened over Bright Red New Walk, Gala Strike, Velvet Whiskey, Bimby Alice and Portmaker the last home.
497, that's race one from Canberra. 7 and 260 for the winner. 182nd, 223rd. They're moving in well at Caulfield for race 1. Here's Greg Miles.
So they're nearly ready. Here's Balshira coming up and completes the line.
Canberra for race 2. Here's David.
Thanks a lot, Matt. They are at the start here prior to a jump in the Lost River Stud 3-year-old. Matt, the Lost River Stud is owned by the Hewitt family out around about 10k away from Cookwell. So I guess on Cookwell Pacing Cup Day it'd be very appropriate if Vicario was able to win the race named after the stud where he basically is stabled. But punters think that Tishan Thunder, Cole Grimson's runner, will be very hard to beat from barrier 1. And should he be able to hold the lead, punters think that he'll probably win it. He's $2 on the Super Tab, about $1.80 on the New South Wales tab. And the start's going to be all important here as the mobile arms are outstretched. We've got the Cookwell Pacing Cup later on today, of course, race 7. And the Cookwell community are out here in force today. Cookwell's about 80 or 90k from Canberra. But certainly the ACT harness racing industry really depends on the people of Crookwell to support our meetings. So they are moving up now. They're moving up here for the Lost River Stud 3-year-old pace with Tishan Thunder, the favoured runner. This race over the shorter journey here at Canberra, 1730. The start will be all important as the 3-year-olds come up behind the gate. 808 metres circumference of Exhibition Park here in the ACT as they swing the corner for race 2. Charlie's Glory is going to miss it as the starter says go, and down on the inside Tishan Thunder came out well, but look at Gary's niece. She's come out flying and tries to get round Tishan Thunder. I think she will. Gary's niece is going to head off Tishan Thunder, and Grimson comes straight off the pegs and will probably have a crack for the lead here. Jody Babe third. Then that'll be the day Vicario. Master Sovereign is well back early in the piece over Rambling Rhythm. Golden Bullets caught wide and tailed off is Charlie's Glory. Well, Gary's niece the early leader, but Grimson wants to lead on Tishan Thunder. Gallagher doesn't want a hand up, and Gary's niece will hold the front, running a lap and a half out. Tishan Thunder forced to race in the breeze. Jody Babe getting right up on the leader's back, and that'll be the day. Lobs the 1-1. 1 out, 2 back is Vicario. Master Sovereign taking shortcuts. Well back Rambling Rhythm. Golden Bullet last of the main division, and tailed off Charlie's Glory. Past the kilometre, 950 out now, 30.3 the quarter, and Gary's niece ensuring a neat race is being run here. Shows out 2 metres to Tishan Thunder, who's doing it tough. JD Bay bailed up behind the leader. That'll be the day on a loose rein in the 1-1. Track forward by Vicario. Master Sovereign corralled. Golden Bullet last on the outside of Rambling Rhythm, and tailed off is Charlie's Glory. 30.3 second quarter. There's been no loafing here, and Tishan Thunder and Gary's niece going together, setting it up perhaps for something from behind. JD Bay behind the leader. Then that'll be the day. Pulling out and going forward now is Golden Bullet. Vicario hasn't gone. Master Sovereign needs a run, and then Rambling Rhythm, but about to leave the back straight, and Gary's niece, the driver, about to ask it for another effort as Golden Bullet goes up quickly to join it. I reckon the favourite's in trouble here. Tishan Thunder. Behind them, Jody Babe can't get a run, nor can Master Sovereign. Well back Rambling Rhythm. 30.9 up the back though. And Gary's niece headed now by Golden Bullet. Before the corner, Tishan Thunder only battling Jody Babe into the clear. And Master Sovereign starting to run on along the pegs. In the straight though, and Gary's niece under punishment. Golden Bullet having a struggle to get it. In the centre, Jody Babe and Master Sovereign. Gary's niece in front. Golden Bullet, look at Master Sovereign. Master Sovereign will get up. Only needed a run, and he scored here over Gary's niece. Third, I'd say Golden Bullet over Jody Babe, Tishan Thunder. Then that'll be the day. Rambling Rhythm, Vicario and Charlie's Glory.
Master Sovereign, 820 and 190. It's a photo for second and third. They're moving in at Caulfield for race 2. Far Rain, number 12, still favourite. A quick look at Wagga race 1. The main ones are 2 Rockford, 270, 3 Dolly Dancer, 510, and 8 Assay at $7 and...
Last to move in will be Pirouise.
Andy 520 and Sky Racer at 570. They're the main 3 2-year-olds, and they're at the start at Canberra. We've got some totes at Randwick on the 3rd. Wamoon was the winner, another winner for the John Sires stable. 250, 160. Babushka second, Carlinique third, 1780 to Trifecta. Horsham, Mugold the winner, 690, 220 from Marwood and Tears of Rage. Trifecta $382, and Miss Christine Pools was the winning rider. At the start, Canberra, looking ahead to Caulfield race 3. Chris Kern's tip is race 3, number 8, Kaylee Edition with the apprentice Brian.
As you say, they are about to call them up here for the Horse and Hound Crookwell Hotel 2-year-old. We've got 2 2-year-old races here today, which is not normal. But following this particular 2-year-old race, we look forward to the Waterland Canberra Sapling Stakes, a classic race for 2-year-olds and featuring the clash of Gold King and Sunliner. So 2 juvenile races today, which is great for the young horses. And certainly in this particular race, the Wagga trained She-Wolf is the favourite. But a good chance given to the first starter, Sky Racer, which has been trialling well in this district. Now they are about to move up for the first of the 2-year-old races today, the Horse and Hound Crookwell Hotel pace, with She-Wolf number 4 now into the red. On Super Tab, we'll start the favourite from barrier 4. as the gate's on its journey now. Race 3 here at Canberra, Exhibition Park. The 2-year-olds come up. There's a galloper, Simply Sue. And it's a false start, unfortunately. Simply Sue galloping in the score-up, and the starter has put on the red light. A false start for the first attempt of the 2-year-old here at Canberra.
All right, well, on this very busy day of racing, we might take the opportunity to take a short break. Back with
Race 3, run over the 1,730 metre trip. 2 and a bit laps. The Canberra circuit. This looks like a better line. Stand by for a start. Light, off and racing, and down on the inside, Simply Sue again was in trouble, and young Carlisle seemed to cop the backwash. Off the front though, She Wolf, the favourite's gone straight to the front. Has headed off Roxana Red and Andy going forward. Sky Racer's got through the field quickly. Then Ragtime Aussie getting back in the field, Hayette. Then Chad Star going a touch roughly. Past it goes Ninian, and the 2 in trouble were young Carlisle and the errant Simply Sue. Plenty of real estate first and last as they head down the back straight. Where the favourite, She Wolf's in charge now over Andy. Third, Roxana Red, and perched up 1-1 is Sky Racer. Well back on the inside at that point is Hayette. Ragtime Aussie the outer. Chad Star goes back to the marker lines, and then Ninian. Second last, young Carlisle tacking on, and likewise for Simply Sue. Leaving the back straight now, 32.9 the quarter, and about 1,000 from home, and it's She Wolf. The TAB favourite doing it nicely by 1.5 metres, Andy. Third, locked away behind the leader, Roxana Red, and 1-1 Sky Racer as they turn for the bell. He's being trailed up by Ragtime Aussie, and then Chad Star the inside. The third last horse is Ninian. Back to the inside, Simply Sue, and young Carlisle is last of the bunch as they get to the bell. Second quarter, 32.7, and this filly by Classic Gary, She Wolf, takes him to the back. A leader by 2 metres over Andy. Roxana Red third. Sky Racers had a good run, 1-1 over Hayette, then Ragtime Aussie, Chad Star. Well back in the field is Ninian in the last pair. Young Carlisle and also Simply Sue. 600 from home now, and She Wolf held together by David Jack. Leads only 1 metre to Andy. Roxana Red. Sky Racer hasn't pulled out. Then Ninian, Ragtime Aussie. Wide out, Ninian makes some ground. Chad Star and young Carlisle are next, but leaving the back straight in 31, and She Wolf doing it well enough from Andy who's run his race. Here's Sky Racer pulling 3 wide, putting in a run behind them, Roxana Red, and battling on is Ninian as they swing for home where the favourite's clear, and that's She Wolf by 4 metres to Roxana Red. Sky Racer finishing it off only fairly, but the favourite She Wolf doing it well. She's going strongly, and She Wolf takes it out. Second, Sky Racer over Roxana Red third, and then Ninian, not a bad run. Andy next from Chad Star, Ragtime Aussie, then Hayette, young Carlisle who got barrelled, and last home Simply Sue.
483, that's race 3 at Canberra. They're just about set to go at Caulfield. Well, they were set. Kaylee Edition went through the gates, but is about to go back in now. Let's go to Greg Miles.
Will be the last 2 now. So just...
And the Bathurst-trained Sunliner dominating the betting on Super Tab Gold King, trained by Faye Wisby, has it, racing in the King Star and Koala King colours. But Steve Turnbull's drive here, Sunliner, expected to run a big race as well. So they're being called up for the Sapling Stakes. The classic event here for 2-year-olds, 240 Sunliner, 260 Gold King. Will dispute favouritism as they go to the post. Up they come now. About to go in the Sapling Stakes. All set. Light and racing. Down on the inside, Sunliner came out of the gate quickly. Polo Warrior out wide, went away fast. And Gold King out in 6s, coming across in a hurry. But Sunliner will kick up underneath them and hold the lead. Polo Warrior to second. Gold King trapped right off the course. Ocean Spirit gets through quickly to the leader's back. Jimmy Blacksmith in the centre, well served. Well back early in the race are Impreza, Popular Lass, Aussie Ross, and Willow Vale in front of them. On settling, and the Bathurst train Colt, Sunliner held the lead. Gold King moved up to second, only a metre away. Ocean Spirit behind the leader, Polo Warrior 1-1, and Willow Vale trapped off the track goes forward. Back on the inside, Jimmy Blacksmith, well back earlier. Impreza, Popular Lass, and also Aussie Ross. Leaving the back straight, the quarter is 31 now, and Sunliner holds the lead. Going up quickly to join him, Willow Vale. This gives Gold King some cover. Behind the leader, Ocean Spirit, as are about to wheel for the bell. Well back, Polo Warrior, the outside of Jimmy Blacksmith, then Impreza, covering up Popular Lass, and the last of them, Aussie Ross. Into the straight now on the Sapling Stakes, 850 from home. And Sunliner hasn't had a bad run in the van. Shows the way 2 metres in front of Willow Vale. Ocean Spirit behind them third, and Gold King in the 1-1. Then Jimmy Blacksmith, Polo Warrior the outside of Popular Lass. Impreza and Aussie Ross the last pair. Second section 32, and Sunliner going okay here. 2 metres in front of Willow Vale, who's worked in the run. Ocean Spirit's had a cosy run. Gold King 1-1. Further back Jimmy Blacksmith, then Polo Warrior, followed further back by Popular Lass, Impreza and Aussie Ross. But really speeding up now, and Sunliner, given more rain, got 1.5 metres. Willow Vale, here's Gold King. He's striding up boldly to get within a half length. Behind the Motion Spirit needs a run, then a margin off the Popular Lass, but leaving the back in 30.7, and the favourites are locked together before the corner. Sunliner the inside, Gold King the outer. Ocean Spirit getting out, looks a big hope, and behind them is Jimmy Blacksmith. Sunliner leads them for home. Gold King trying to come after it, and here's Ocean Spirit. Gold King coming at Sunliner. Gold King doing better. Gold King puts his head in front. I think so. I think Gold King and no Sunliner. Ocean Spirit third, then Impreza. Willow Vale, Jimmy Blacksmith, Aussie Ross, Popular Lass, and Polo Warrior will pull up last.
Good finish, but Gold King number 6 looks to have got it. $2.20 and $1.10. We'll get the minor placing soon. But they're going out onto the track at Caulfield for race 4. Mares in this.
But I just don't know what's going on now. They had 4 or 5 in the gates, and now they've all backed out again.
Canberra. Here's David.
Thanks, Matt. And the favourite is the Bagman, having only his second start in 2 years. 290 on Super Tab, but he's much shorter in other places, as the gate is on its journey now, well and truly, for race 5, the Crookhorse Sports and Toys Pace. 1730 the distance. Good line. This will be a start. Light. Off they go now. Down on the inside, Sang Song came away evenly. So did Pepsi Lane and Dancing Machine, wide out Dynasty Bound. From the second line, the favourite, the Bagman, got away quickly. Out for Fun is getting through, so's Nick on by. Drifting back, a Rep and a Star, Grand Jeremy, and Aussie Adam from the wide gates, gone back to last. Dynasty Bound won the battle for the early lead. Sansong second. Here's the favourite, the Bagman, off early in the race. Going with him, though, Dancing Machine, and they make ground. Out for Fun in the centre, Pepsi Lane back to midfield. Nick on by comes off the pegs. He's in the moving line. Taking his spot on the inside, Grand Jeremy, Ep and a Star. Out to second last, Aussie Adam, last of them. About to leave the back straight the first time, 31.8 the quarter. And the Bagman, the favourite, made his way to the front, and it'll be hard to roll. 1100 out now, and the Bagman's clear by a couple of lengths to Dynasty Bound. Left without cover, Dancing Machine. Sansong 3 back the inside into the 1-1 out for Fun. Pepsi Lane back on the inside as Aussie Adam. One of the favourites takes off from last, and he's sooling forward. Nick on by, worse than midfield outside Grand Jeremy. And Ep and a Star gets a good look at all of them. In the front straight, 8.50 to run now on the Bagman. The second quarter has been left behind in 32.5. He's been joined, the Bagman, by Aussie Adam. They're locked together. 1-1 is Dancing Machine over Dynasty Bound. Then Sansong inside of Out for Fun. Pepsi Lane buried away. Nick on by third last over Grand Jeremy, and Ep and a Star starting a run from last. 6.50 out now, and the Bagman held well together. Leads only a metre to Aussie Adam second. He's a midget, Aussie Adam. Moving wide on the track. Out for Fun in the centre, Dancing Machine. Dynasty Bound behind the lead. Trailed up by Sansong, Pepsi Lane. Out wide of Grand Jeremy, Ep and a Star last. About to depart the back straight though, in only 32, and the Bagman should have plenty of petrol left. On the side, he's a metre in front of Aussie Adam coming at him. Third, Dynasty Bound, wider Out for Fun, and Pepsi Lane, struggling Grand Jeremy, but swinging for home. Favourites locked together. The Bagman, the inside, seems to have a kick left. He got away from Aussie Adam, running on for third, Dynasty Bound, but the Bagman, oh so easy. The Bagman will win it. Second, Aussie Adam, and third, Dynasty Bound. Sansong close up over Rep and a Star, then Dancing Machine, Out for Fun, Pepsi Lane, Grand Jeremy, and Nick on by.
$2, $1.40 for number 10, the Bagman. It's a photo finish for third. That's Canberra. Caulfield's coming up. They're just arriving at the barrier. The main ones are 3 Parlour Cent 970, 4 Carner Square 620, 430 Storm Eagle. And
well towards the inside, Violent Storm eases back with Palisent soon after the start. Magic Pursuer was away quickly.
Oh no, I'll go back to Canberra tonight and come back again Thursday and stay Thursday and Friday and then go home again and hopefully a few more winners.
We'll leave it there, Nick, because they're set at Canberra for race 6. Here's David.
Now 2.5 laps. Favourite Amarangi. Set. Light, off they go. And Solidar came away quite well on the inside, so did Out of Fuel. Silent Buy's got speed as well and looks to get across. Silent Buy finds the lead over Solidar. Out of Fuel is third early on, then the Smooth Jess. Ron Alco away well, and so is Glory B. Caught on the inside there is Chief Harrigan and Amarangi. In front of that pair is Vonderon, and out to last is Mutamar. Well, Silent Buy comes around the corner the first time, more than 2 to run, and shows the way over Out of Fuel, being given a crack for the lead here. Out of Fuel having a crack at Silent Buy. Solidar third and Glory B 1-1. Vonderon's off early in the race. Ronalco in the centre. Smooth Jess back on the inside. Amarangi patiently driven third last over Chief Harrigan. And last of them is Mutamar. Silent Buy really puts on the brakes here. He backs off the speed again, a lap and 3/4 out. Out of Fuel couldn't get to the lead. He restrains and Vonderon takes his place in the death. Solidar behind the leader. Out of Fuel now 1-1. Smooth Jess 3 back the inside of Glory B. Ron Alco covering Chief Harrigan. Amarangi the mare is last now, the outside of Mutamar. Speed looks to be muddling at the 1100 metre mark, and showing the way in front is Silent Buy. He's had a good run in front, leads narrowly over Vonderon. Out of Fuel is 1 out and 1 back at the kilometre. Solidar is behind the leader. Glory B is the outside of Smooth Jess, then Ronalco. He's covering up Chief Harrigan. Amarangi the mare has the best part of the field in front of her. Back on her inside is Mutamar as the bell rings in the front straight now, the quarter. 33.4. The speed's been slow. Hard for the back markers, and Silent Buy in control here. Only ahead to Vonderon second. Out of Fuel well placed. Over Solidar, who's pulling. Glory B 6, the outside of Smooth Jess. Ron Alco next, the outside of Chief Harrigan. By golly, Amarangi will need to get moving in a moment, and Mutamar is still last. Second quarter, 32.8. And Silent Buy's had a cosy run in the van. Vonderon second, Solidar third. Out of Fuel about to peel out. Then Smooth Jess, Glory B. Amarangi starting a run 3 wide. She's coming after them. Well back Ron Alco and Chief Harrigan. Third quarter in 29.6. Silent Buy's kicked away. Smooth Jess trying to get back up on the inside. Amarangi out wide. Out of Fuel. They're both struggling to reach the leader. Wider out Ron Alco and Chief Harrigan. But Silent Buy coming towards the corner. He's 3 or 4 metres clear of Solidar and Smooth Jess. Out wider Glory B. Amarangi not in it. Nor is Out of Fuel. Silent Buy the leader. He kicked again. He looks to have them covered. Smooth Jess getting to second. Glory B late. But Silent Buy got it too easy. Second Smooth Jess and third Glory B. Solidar close up. Amarangi didn't want to be on her in the run. Over Chief Harrigan, Out of Fuel, Ron Alco. Vonderon, the last to finish, Mutamar. Silent Buy left alone in front.
Yes, $5.30, $1.80. 7 Smooth Jess second at $3.40 and Glory B $4. 357 or 374, I should say. In the next race there, race 7, the main race, the Crookwell Cup over 2,140 metres. 3's the Crookwell Cup. They also have the Canberra Cup at Canberra, which usually attracts a pretty fair field. Actually went to a Canberra Harness Cup some years ago. There was a very smart horse in the race that year by the name of Red Sea, who also won races at Harold Park. The only difference then was that in those days, the Canberra Cup was the only race program in Australia. The Sunday racing wasn't anywhere as popular as it is today. So as soon as one race was over, you'd sit around for 25 minutes or half an hour and wait till the next race at Canberra. If you were pretty keen to have a bet, you had to be very patient. There was only one race every 30 or 35 minutes. Gate rolling for the Crookwell Cup, race 7 at Canberra. Here's David.
Thanks a lot, Matt. Yes, we're ready now for the Crookwell Pacing Cup. The favourite Sapphire Sea in a fairly open betting race. And many given a chance here for this year's Crookwell Pacing Cup as the gate brings them into the back straight. Nice little race here for the Crookwell Harness community, their Pacing Cup. about to unfold, sponsored by Verback Australia. Good line here. Racing, and Steel Garden taken off the gate at Barrier Rise. He's gone back from 6 to near enough to last. On the inside, Sir Chester showing even speed. Winsome Dave has good gate speed, and Scott Osmond will look for the lead. Away quickly Out of My Heart. Galloping there for a stride, Sir Chester. In fact, there's a bad fall back in the field. Jerry Eagle's taken a tumble. 2 or 3 out of them. Steel Garden's in trouble. And this race completely disorganised with 3 or 4 driverless runners here. Staying with the action though, and Sir Chester shows the way. Over Winsome Dave. Bob's Boy, Mr. Trouble, he's up to 3rd. Out of My Heart 4th. Then Born 3 and Mark for Glory. And every other runner is out of business, including Sapphire Sea, Jerry Eagle, Steel Garden, and there's probably another. So chaos reigns here. Looks like they might get the horses off the track. And at the moment, as they continue a lap and 3/4 out, Sir Chester shows the way in a spectacular Crookwell Pacing Cup. Winsome Dave second, the outside of Bob's Boy, then Out of My Heart. Mark for Glory 3 back the inside, and the only other left in the race is the mare Born 3. Leaving the bottom turn, about 1100 out now. They seem to have the track cleared, and there's only 6 left in it. So something of an anti-climax, make it 7. Where's Sir Chester on the side? 32.9 the quarter, leads narrowly over Winsome Dave second. Out of My Heart gets a nice run over Bob's Boy, locked away. Then Born 3 the outside of Mark for Glory, and those runners, the 6 of them, the only horses left in it. Turning for the bell, 8.50 out, and Sir Chester, one of the outsiders, shows the way over Winsome Dave second. Out of My Heart well placed over Bob's Boy. He's getting a nice enough run, trailed up by Mark for Glory, and Born 3 is last of the 6. 32.1 the second quarter. A slowly run Crookwell Pacing Cup. And 7.50 from home now. Sir Chester is showing the way over Winsome Dave. Mark for Glory needs racing room. Bob's Boy is off the inside into the 1-1. Out of My Heart is wide. And Born 3 is last of them. Tight and compact. About to leave the back, where Winsome Dave pokes the head in front of Sir Chester. Bob's Boy is about to run up to them, and Mark for Glory getting through. Born 3 back to the pegs, and Out of My Heart is beaten. 29.7 up the back though, and getting to the front, Winsome Dave. Bob's Boy and Mark for Glory are going to be the dangers. Sir Chester still there, and Born 3 can't reach them as they swing for home, where Winsome Dave is the leader. Coming after it, Bob's Boy with Mark for Glory, and Sir Chester trying to rally. Winsome Dave though holds a good margin. He's going to make it 2 on end here. Winsome Dave holding them, flying Mark for Glory, but Winsome Dave wins it over Mark for Glory. 3rd Bob's Boy, then Sir Chester. Born 3 pulls up 5th, and Out of My Heart, the only other horse to finish in the Crookwell Pacing Cup. In trouble, Steel Garden, Sapphire Sea, and Jerry Eagle and Prepotence, who all failed to complete the course.
Righto, David. Winsome Dave, 360, 160. Marked for Glory, 260, and Bob's Boy, 170. 257, race 7 at Canberra. Now, they're moving in at Caulfield.